computer. Okay, so what I ended up eventually doing now was because I have so many properties. At first, I just had it on one sheet. Now I started to break it down per tab, per state that I'm in. Okay, because my list has gotten just so much bigger. This is not enough on one sheet. So when you do this, start doing each tab per state.
Okay.
Get what I mean? Because my
Yeah.
my Indiana has gotten like halfway, and I'm just like, okay, the rest is too far down. So why don't you open up? We've got three different platforms that we use, and there's more. Last night I was actually going to more local because when I open up these property profile, all of a sudden I would see a link in the property profile that was some kind of website, right? And it turned out it was like another auction. I'm like, oh my God, here's some local ones. You know what I mean? So I went into one yesterday that was only in like a few states, and they had tax liens, foreclosures. So it was even on a smaller scale, if that makes sense. And so I discovered a few others, and I'm like, but some of them I'm not sure if you had to be there physically for the auction. Okay, so I just want to point something out. But for now, we have Xome, Hubzu, and auction.com. Those are the three. And the reason I started to put what auction platform it is because I have no clue. I can't remember. So you definitely need to write down which one you're in. So let's go to Xome and open up. Oh, you have auction already open too? Which one are you registered in?
I'm registered to Xome right now. I think I'm
Okay.
I- I'm actually registered to both, I think.
Okay. Um, you can bid on behalf of anybody because the most important thing is at the end when you check out, what they call it, you check out after you won the bid, you can put in whoever's buying it, right? Because I used to bid for my clients as well. So I bid on their behalf, but
Oh,
the checkout would be put in that person's name. You got to put in an agent name if there's commission being paid. Zone usually pays, well, I shouldn't say second chance foreclosures don't pay any commission to anybody, right? Or I'm sorry, not to a selling agent. But if you were bidding and there was a buyer's premium, you can put an agent's name and then they would get paid. Zone pays like 1.5% to the selling agent. Okay. Back in the day, which is like 6, 7 years ago, Zone was paying 5% commissions, and then just like a couple years ago when everything went crazy, they weren't paying high commissions anymore, so it may change just depending on the time, stuff like that. Oh, so anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. The whole point is when you check out, you could be the buyer, you could fill out the information for somebody else. And what's happened for me recently is that I go and I form another LLC if I win the bid, okay, and I name it the property address or something. So they give you, like, auction.com has been a stickler and they give you a time frame to complete some kind of task. And if you need more time, you just can chat with them via online chat, or you can call them and say, hey, I need some more time to fill out this check out information. They're like, okay, we'll give you the next day, business day. Usually it's like 24 hours from the time you win the bid and they send you an email. Okay, so it's very important. You can't just like let it. That's why most of these deals has to be, you have to do your due diligence and go look at the property before you make the bid. Don't try to go make a bid, win it, and then go start researching on it, like actually looking at the property physically. Because if you win too many times and you don't close, they'll blacklist you. That's what I heard. I don't know how they blacklist, but whatever. They
mm.
probably they probably put your name in email somewhere, and you just cannot. They have an account for you, right? So maybe you have to sign in as somebody, create a new account or something. But I'm sure they can do it. It's not too hard. Okay, you in? Did you set your purchase profile and stuff like that? Sometimes,
Go to property preferences.
uh, yeah, I guess right now you can set up. You haven't saved anything, so let's start. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Let's go to Indiana, and you can put a bunch of I don't know what's the max, but let's I actually have. You can do the whole state of Indiana. If you want to open it up even further,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Let's just do that for now. Let's just do the state of Indiana, and then later you can update and remove stuff and then resave it, and they'll let you update. But for now, let's just go through the whole state of Indiana. I'll send you a list of the cities that I've been given by my contractor out there, who because he's lives there, he tells me what's a good area and what's a good area that he can get to. That's from his
Ah, I
house.
see.
Okay. Because if you go somewhere far, people can't go. Well, guess what? You got to go find a whole bunch of new contractors. Just do what works right now, And so that's all I'm doing. I'm actually in a multiple states. I probably shouldn't be, but whatever. I'm creating a team in because the first couple months when I was doing this, there was not that many bank-owned properties coming up. So I actually had to jump states, okay, whatever it would appear. But now it's starting to be a lot. So get rid of the North Carolina and just put the whole state of Indiana. Okay.
Okay, I have that right there.
Go for a minimum of 3, and property type should be residential, not commercial. At least 3-bedroom. Don't click anything. Just leave that open. If you click vacant, there's a lot less vacant. And here's the thing I found out. Sometimes it shows occupied, and these people who live in the house got foreclosed on. They actually move out. And then and when the property preservation for the bank went out there, it was occupied, but then they didn't go back out there and it had become vacant. So if you select only vacant, you actually may miss a good occupied property that's actually vacant, and everybody else thinks it's occupied, so they don't bid on it, but you went out there to look at it and it's vacant. So guess what? You have more, you're going to be the only one bidding on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because these properties, as soon as they're foreclosed, they go on these auction website, and the bank hasn't even gone out there to look at it yet. And so I've had a bunch of people go out there. It said occupied, and they're like, "Hey, it's vacant," and then the doors open, So they go in and take photos and all that. And in the meantime, on this website, still shows it's occupied, and there's no photos inside. So you have gotten the opportunity to go out there and get photos and get an idea what the scope of work will be, and then you can bid. You see what I'm saying? So that's why
Yeah.
it's very important to get someone out there. Okay, so if you want to put a price range, that's fine. You don't have to. And then your assets should be bank owned and second chance only under asset type. Yeah, only the first two.
Okay.
Put one for bath. I mean, I guess it should have one anyway. So, okay. So I'm trying to think. You did a different way than me. Usually I just go up to the top and I put in the information. So now we want to see this search. So okay, go back up to your is it showing up? Okay, it's showing up.
Yeah.
Okay, you're looking at some of the properties I have looked at, but I want you, let's go through the process to figure out what's a good deal and what's not. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I've got another contract in the city of Indianapolis. He's been living there. So every time I find something, I give it to him and he'll tell me good neighborhood, not good neighborhood, crime. Indianapolis is a city, I want to say it's more tenant friendly. So we have to be careful about that too. The rest of the state is pretty much landlord friendly. So I deal with a lot of sub-2 students, but one, he gave me all the cities surrounding Indianapolis that are good. So I have that list too, and I'll share it with you next time. But so let's just go. How did you get to 114 now?
Oh, I put Indiana, the whole state, instead of just
Oh,
Indianapolis.
got you. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't realize, yeah, we were only at Indianapolis, right?
Yeah. So I kind of just pick one.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. You might want to go. Let's go back to Indianapolis because you're going to go crazy with 114.
Yeah, okay.
I already looked at these, so I want you to go and pick and just
Okay. This one.
wait. Go back to make it faster. Okay, take the first one.
This one?
Yeah, the
Coming soon.
first one. Yeah. So
Uh,
what we want to do is look at photos first. I also the first thing I look at is vacant. Okay, so that's the status right now. It's vacant. What do you see?
I see that it's fairly in good condition. Yeah, it's in pretty good condition for the most part. Looks like the countertops are newer,
Mhm.
cabinets are updated, flooring's done. That's actually pretty good. Paint looks fresh for the most
Mhm.
part.
And it's vacant, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, just go. Okay. It's an older home, but it's been remodeled at some point, right? It's
Hmm.
it's 3 bedroom, not too bad, but it's a decent square footage.
Oh yeah, it's not bad.
You just tell me, okay? I want to hear what you see when you're evaluating, okay? So then after you see this,
Yeah, the first thing I see is this property does not need a lot of cosmetic work. Okay. Three bedrooms, two baths. Okay, so I mean from here, I mean I would typically go see how much it would rent for if that's the a decent step and what the estimated value may be.
all right. So per my videos, what's your next step? What do you do now?
Oh man, let me see.
We don't know what the bank wants for actually,
Yeah,
okay.
the reserve price. We want to find the reserve
Okay,
price, right?
how do we figure out what the reserve price is?
You go do like your what's its title?
Yep.
And just made an account. Of course, I forgot my password. I always do
I use LastPass just to remember everything.
this.
LastPass.
Oh, of course. All right. Jesus.
Well, you want me to log in mine?
1 sec. I think I have caps lock on. Uh, oh my lord. Yeah, I might need you to log in. Is LastPass like an app that you use?
You could do it on, it's on your cell phone, it's on the computer, and it's free,
Oh,
and they log in all your financial, whatever website you want, and you can even launch it from the app, and it'll just enter all your password, and then you're in. And then yeah, it's a lifesaver.
oh man, I have something similar, but I don't think it's as good as that.
I used to have a spreadsheet that didn't work very well.
Oh,
So now so you log in your bank account, your credit cards, financial, everything, right? And then you can go in, you can launch that website, and then it'll input your username and your password, for you.
that sounds pretty.
Otherwise, I just use the same password for every account. That's what the other.
Yeah, I do that too for the most part, but sometimes I guess I use like two different passwords
But
for
if you do,
everything.
and then there's websites that you have to change every 90 days. So good luck trying to remember
Yeah,
those things. So, I mean, I have this, so I was trying to think if you want.
yeah, I wanted to be able to do it, but
Okay.
this freaking thing, man. Let me see. So I logged into it yesterday, but all right, this isn't working out for me. I'm putting forgot password, but it's taking some time to send.
Okay. So get out of let me share. I don't know how. I should be able to share. It says multiple shares. So how do I share my screen?
Here, I'll pop out of this one.
Okay, let me share my screen. Are you gone?
No, I'm right here.
Okay, well, I'm trying to think.
I see. I think I see your screen right here. I see the spreadsheet.
Oh, you do? Because I'm seeing
Yeah.
your black screen on my thing. So when I click, it's your screen that I see. So why is it not going to my screen? Oh, there it is. Stop share. I'm trying the entire screen. Okay, here we go. Be quiet. So that property is southeastern, okay, Indiana. I have a folder called property details report. These are all the ones, every time I pull something, I just save it because I don't know when I'm gonna go back, okay? This is the property you were looking at. Oh, so what I did was, oops, sorry, I'm giving it away. That's not the one. I'm not gonna tell you, so hold on, it's right here. You see my screen?
Yes.
Current ownership, all right? How about you tell me, I'm going to scroll and you tell me what you see, right? So now we are trying to figure out, what are we trying to figure out when we open this property profile?
I was trying to find the reserve price, how much the bank wants for it.
Okay. So right now, It's right here, current ownership, right?
Yeah, Advantage Holdings LLC, and then this is sales price estimated 164.33.
Looks like characteristics of the property.
Sale price
Hold on, I'm sorry, I want to get down here so you can read this.
160.
This is the important thing.
The sheriff's deed.
Okay, so what is the reserve price?
So 164.
Put it in your
Or,
spreadsheet. So remember, you've got a spreadsheet right now.
okay.
These are the information you got to put in. Actually, you know what? Let me email this to you, and then if you want to open it up, I should do that. Hold on here.
Okay.
You want me to send it to Gmail or to your Bright?
It doesn't matter. I have both of them open right now.
Should have thought that when I did that. Okay, so
Got it.
okay. I guess you're back in. You can share now, right?
Yeah. All right. So you want me to share my screen again?
Yeah.
All right. You see it?
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna scroll down here for the subject property, primary owner, Advantage Holdings. Go down to transaction summary. So for the sheriff's deed, I see 164,403. So that is the reserve price, right? That's what the bank wants for it.
Mhm. I don't know if you have an ultra wide screen like me, but you know how you have different screens open. I don't know if you could do that. It just makes life easier.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
All right. And then I'm gonna put this information in. Okay, and then we go back. And this one's a coming soon, right?
Yeah, it's been a couple months now, so I
Oh,
still want you to go through everything, and I'll let you know what I did with this property. But you know, I want you
okay.
to know. I mean, I want you to analyze: is this a good property to buy or not? So let's figure this out.
Okay, so on the spreadsheet, we got ARV next. So,
You can enter all these information. It's not in any particular order. Okay,
mhm.
so that's reserve price. And when did this property sell? Go back to report and look. It should be an FHA loan, right? So open up that. detail report and see when it last sold. That's
Oh,
what
the
you need to know.
transaction details.
For the previous owner, the one that bought this and got foreclosed on, go check when it was. And there's a reason why, because you'll know if it has equity in it or not, right? So go back to the property detail report.
Property detail is transaction details? Or the summary?
My report, the property detail report that I just emailed you.
Yeah, you see my screen, right? Do you see it?
Oh, no, I only see the Xome screen right now.
Oh, okay. One sec. Where? You see the whole screen now, right?
No, I still don't see anything. I just see the picture of Xome on the property.
All right, what about now?
Now I see your email.
Oh my God. Trying to just share my whole screen. All right, I'll just do this one. You see this one?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. So we're gonna go to transaction.
Yeah, right there. Okay, so this is actually not a FHA loan. It's a conventional loan. Okay. What you want to establish is when they got the mortgage. So technically, this one, they bought it in May of 2022. Okay. About 2 years ago. So I'm not sure yet. We know that the bank wants 164. So now we must go and establish. Had this been like this 2021 and newer, you know there's some good equity because during COVID, everything went crazy, right?
Yeah.
So let's go find the ARV. We established that they got a loan sometime 2019, because if you look at that number right there, 20,370, that's not the purchase price. They may have gotten a mortgage, like an additional loan to pay for, and this one's not a clear cut one. The deed was, at some point, it may have been 2019. It's not showing. But that 20,000, that 8,900 could have been something to cover for their delinquency. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes they'll say HUD. So if people who have an FHA loan, they did go and get the mortgage like relief, so like they had been paying for 3 months worth of mortgage, so they go to HUD and then HUD gives them some money as well. But this might have been some other program. But anyway, 20,000 is not the mortgage, that's for sure. So all right, we don't know. So now go search for what the ARV is. Do you know how to do that?
What do you use typically?
Just put that address in the browser and whatever will come up.
Okay.
This is when we don't have access to MLS. How do you find out what a property is? You'll get all the websites, Zillow always report the current auction, website. Zillow picks up third party. Well, I'm sorry. Zillow is a third party website, right, for consumers to use.
Yeah.
And so they always go and pull. So if someone is actually searching to buy property, this doesn't go on the MLS. It goes onto Zillow though, for some reason. So you can always see Zillow's saying it's 224,000. That's their estimate. Go to each one of those websites and click, because they'll always be different. Redfin will have a different price, but then if you scroll down to Zillow, go down further, they'll give you other sold homes in the neighborhood. Okay, and then you go evaluate those homes. Keep scrolling. Yeah, it'll give you these other homes. But the problem with these is that you don't know how nearby they are, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then you can go even further and go Zillow and just do a random search through Zillow, and it gives you a map, and then they can show you how far they are from each other. Okay. So right now you're like, okay, this house, they want 164. Um, you can always also contact a realtor in that neighborhood, right? Sometimes you can contact the last person that sold this house or bought that. So you can call the agents that had the listing, and then you can call the agent that had the buyer. I'm going to tell you this only works like 25% of the time because all these damn agents don't even pick up the phone or return the phone call. Okay. So look, this is what this house looked like last time. And the reason you're able to see it is because there has been no new listings on the MLS anywhere. Okay. So now guess what? You get to see the photos of it, what it looked like when it sold. See, remember I told you, so it's
Yeah.
2019. They bought it for 159. Where do I get this information? It's right down there. You see that? It says last sold.
Yeah. Oh wow, this looks nice.
What does it mean to you when it looks this nice? Like, why is it good for you?
Less rehab work. Probably no rehab work if it still remotely looks like this.
Yeah. Sometimes homes like this, guess what? It still costs 20 grand, unfortunately, but
Oh,
it's still better. That happened to me on one of these deals. Like,
wow.
I'm like, hey, it still looks nice. It's 20 G's. I'm like, oh God, but it's not like, anyways. So what I did was I also saved these photos. I save it to my desktop because if you're gonna flip this house later, when you post it on the MLS, all these pictures go away. So um, I save this. Sometimes I share it with other people if I'm trying to raise capital to buy it, So I will save this. And that's what I had earlier. Sorry, kicked out my headphone. Okay, so I saved the photos and I saved this actual, I'll print this to PDF, and I'll save it in a folder just for this property. And I highlight. So go to the description of this Redfin real quick and read it. Open it about this home. This will tell you what they did to this home because when a bank owns a property, they cannot do their disclosures and tell you what was done to the property. But if you read it, they'll go like sometime new roof, new flooring, new water heater, new furnace. This is where you get your info from, you know. This one's not as much as some of the other ones, but it's okay. And then this is where it was built in 1921, but it was renovated in 2008. You got the listing agent's name right there, David Britton's team, and then you have the agent that bought it. So you can always go contact these people and ask.
Mm.
Sometimes if it's occupied, I'll go and find out what the selling agent is and I'll ask them if they have their phone number. Not that we've gone that far, but I actually have done that for my own REO listing where I looked up the previous listing. There was a selling agent because the property was still occupied with a tenant. I was able to reach out to that selling agent who called her client who lived in that house and was able to offer cash for keys and get them out of the property.
Oh wow.
So I was able to do that. And then that's because I am also an REO agent. My goal is to find out who lives in that home, make contact, and offer them cash for keys. So I was working for the bank at the time. Now, when I buy these properties, I also I teach the people I work with who are boots on the ground, make contact and offer them cash for keys when they leave. We haven't had to do it so far, but that would be the same tactic. You know what I mean? You get them to leave and take everything with them, and then they can receive the check to help them relocate. So
That makes sense.
I still prefer to buy vacant, but you can also still buy occupied, but you're in charge of the eviction or whatever if you choose to buy the property when there's still someone in there. In many states, they have a redemption period, which I don't know if I included that. I just did a Google search. What is the redemption period of every state, and you will have it in there. But there's a property I'm interested in Michigan. The bank will not do anything, even though they have the listing for auction. They won't even offer cash for keys until that redemption period has passed. And what does redemption period mean? So even though the property gets foreclosed on, the occupant or I'm not the occupant, the owner still has the right to buy back their home, but they have to come in with the loan plus late fees and attorney fees to buy the property. Come on, how many people have money to do that? They couldn't even pay their mortgage. So, but I never say never. Anyway, each state has a redemption period. So there's this one property I have been interested in, and the listing agent told me they will not even, he doesn't even knock on the door to offer cash for keys yet because the redemption period has not passed. And then that's in the state of Michigan, but that was 6 months. Okay, so you have to know your redemption period as well. That's another thing. And I made you can just Google this, but I did have a document that I saved. So I refer to this as well. There's states with no redemption period. So when they foreclose, it's done. They're out. So when I spoke to one of the customer service at Xome, she was like, yeah, they never redeem. Like she's never seen anybody pay up everything, just keep their house. So.
Oh wow.
Okay, so
is this a pretty good estimate then? This ARV or 172? Because that seems pretty low.
no, that's not the only one. Go out and look some more. Zillow was higher than that. You know that, right?
Yeah, Zillow was 220. Homes.com, Realtor. Oh wow, that looks.
Well, this house was another foreclosure before whoever bought it fixed it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I saw that.
You'll see a lot of that happening. Okay, so
All right, this one's saying 166. I don't know where that data is coming from. Listing median range is around 240 or 239.
you got to look at the size of the house. My goal always is to buy and hold, but then sometimes depending on the area, I cannot use this as an MTR. It's just too far, and so
yeah.
This one. So you want me to jump in now so I can just share? We go on to another one. So I had my guy drive out, take pictures, talk to the neighbors. I'm waiting for this to. I don't know why it's been like 3 months now. It hasn't even gone onto the market yet. It's a flip. It's going to be a flip. I think I gotta go my spreadsheet. I want to buy this one, okay, and I'm gonna flip it. It's 200 something because I think I went and got a realtor to pull the comps in the neighborhood, but it could change by the time it's ready. You know what I mean? I don't know if the market's going to go down or go up. I'm actually eyeballing this property to buy because it's not 172 because it's been too long at 172. I mean, when the guy bought it was in like 2019, so it's already 5 years now. It's actually appreciated. So you gotta. Oh, here's what you didn't do: Google Maps. Put in the address, put in Google Maps and put in the address and start looking around the neighborhood. And it's so cool because it's satellite, right? It's like they use it's like Matterport when you use it to do the 3D for houses in each room. So I always look at the map from here. So if you click on that layers, this is pretty rural, right? But where's the home? Wait, you went too close. Get back out. That red dot is where the house is. Okay. And then I actually pull all the way out because I want to see, is this a big town, a little town? You know, what is it close to? Is there any, I mean, even further if you want, so you can see the freeway, the access. Are there any big industrial companies there, you know, for work?
There's a excavating.
Yeah, easy access to a freeway. This is still Indianapolis, okay, but it's
Yeah.
on the outskirts of it, okay. Okay, so this is how far you're, and then you'll zoom all the way in and start walking the streets, literally. Oh, well, actually, you can't. And stop. Now go to the left, all the way to your left where that photo is on the left.
Oh,
Out
right
of the
here.
map, out of the map, right there. Click on that. Now it gives you street view. So if you look at the top, it was the last time they did a satellite was May 2024. At the top left, go to your top
Yeah, I
left.
see it.
If you click on that, it'll say see more dates. It'll give you over the years where it's at, right? So, but go back up to 2024. Okay. So that arrow, every time you click on it,
It changes.
yeah, yeah. The way to get into this house is really weird. So follow that street 5 points.
Right here.
You know, the house is right there. You can see it. The little
Yeah, I see it.
beige. Okay, yeah, click on it because I'll show you how to get into the street. The address is on Southeastern.
This is old.
Maybe it doesn't allow you to go around like they didn't do it. So the address is Southeastern. Now you can't get there from there. And now you gotta turn like you're driving. And to the right, that's the little driveway right there. Oh, not that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
The
this
next,
one.
go, because I literally did this. I went down the street.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So this was that time, but if you see the photos now, you saw how overgrown the grass is and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I actually had someone already go there, take photos for me. I'm ready. And he thought, well, maybe I have to have him go back, or who knows, maybe a squatter went in there by this time. He went there like 2 months ago and took photos. And the neighbor said, oh, there's yeah, nobody there. You know, I always have people knock on the door. And you know, if you don't know anyone, like I've paid sub to students, like people in Indiana are so nice, but another student went for me and I just gave him $100. You know, he didn't ask me for money or anything. He was just saying, hey, I'm happy to help you, you know, because he lived in the same city. It was Evansville. And I paid him each time he's gone. He's done videos for me and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
That's how I do it. I don't expect people to do things for free. I utilize their time, but I will pay them for it. Okay, so that's it. This one, I'm just letting you know, I'm watching out for it just because I think it's worth about 260 right now. So I
Oh,
want to,
okay.
I want to flip it once it becomes available.
Yeah. So on prop stream, I'm getting 248. Last year's value is 263.
Mm. You know, I had prop stream out and I didn't even bother using it because I was like, it's just another thing I have to learn. I don't have time.
And then it looks like I'm also getting the same reserve price for the most part.
Well,
Sheriff's
that's
D.
because it's a recorded
Yeah,
document.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So I was just saying, because I'm more familiar with
Did you
prop
pay for
stream
prop
data.
stream? Is this a
Yeah,
paid account? Okay.
yeah, I pay
maybe
for.
maybe you can teach me. Like we won a
Yeah.
whole year's worth of prop stream, and I was just like, how do I use prop stream? This is for people who are not agents, you know. And I'm like, I went onto YouTube and I was gonna watch videos for them to show me how to use it. I'm sitting there laughing. I go, because I'm an agent. The property profile that I just gave you, is it better or just the same as using prop stream?
Um, I think, well, so the biggest thing right here is you have to purchase documents, but that's pretty much about it. I
Do
mean,
you
I feel
know
like the
that that
data's
property
pretty decent.
that property detail, if there's a document, you literally can click on it and open that document.
Yeah, so PropStream has the same recorded docs right here, but when you click on it, you have to pay for it.
Okay, I think some of them, I get to access most of them through the
Yeah.
property profile. Okay, you want
It's
to try another one? So if I were you, click on the save button, the
this
heart.
one.
Yeah,
Save.
there's a heart. Yeah. So now it'll be in your save. Okay. So next time it'll appear, whatever. Look at the top, says specialty financing, cash only, reported vacant, no
Yeah, I see
buyer's
that.
premium. So you can use Kiavi, and even though it says cash only, I've been doing hard money, no problem whatsoever. But a lot of people don't know that. Okay. Now I want you to go, let's search another one. Not that
Another
one.
one?
The
Not this
fourth
one.
one. Yeah.
This one?
Yep.
All right. So we're gonna find the reserve for this one.
So your starting bid is 113,100.
Okay.
I can't see that screen, so.
Oh, sorry. I'm just using this to see if it'll give me the same information. It's not giving me the same information. There's another. No, yeah, for this one, it's not giving me anything. I'm just a trustee sale. That's all I get. Yeah, so I'll probably need Title Pro 247. Do you have this report by any chance? Because I still can't get it to the account.
Oh, that's right. Okay, let me email it to you. Yes, I do.
Stupid.
Go do your other search while I send it to you. Check to see if you can see photos inside, because right now, did you look? Do they have photos inside?
I'm checking. Two, 301.
The reason you don't have photos because you know it's occupied, right?
That makes sense.
That means the guy who took the photos for the bank can't go in because the property is occupied.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I did get some decent comps. Got 280. And I got 274 and 301.
Okay, I sent it.
So I just see notice of sale. And then I see the last sale is 168. That was 2008.
Uh, If you can enlarge it for me so I could see. Okay.
You see that?
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you're waiting for the sheriff's deed. Okay.
Yeah.
The sheriff's deed means that it has been done and recorded. So, right now, see, they put it on the auction because they had a sale date. Just the recording hasn't.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
Indianapolis, so the redemption period. And the thing is, with Indianapolis, or I'm sorry, Indiana, it's after a foreclosure judgment, not after a foreclosure sale. So states with the right of redemption. So Indiana says whatever the hell it means. Okay, I have to tell you. After a foreclosure judgment, not after a foreclosure sale. Once the sheriff's deed hits, then that means it's good. It's been the redemption period is over and stuff. So you can, if you win the bid, you can close escrow. Okay, so it doesn't have it here yet. But what is the reserve price for this property? You can still figure it out. This is not hard because you have the loan right there. What is it?
168.
It's an FHA
168.
loan, right?
Yeah.
The reserve price might be lower. It just depends because guess when they bought this house?
They bought it 2008.
We don't know when they stopped making mortgage payments, but that is a long time to bring down the loan amount, right?
Yeah.
So at the point, so we won't know what the bank wants exactly for it until we have the sheriff's deed. Because the sheriff's deed also includes like attorney fees and anything like that. But since they've been paying since 2008, you could have a reserve price of maybe 150. You know, I'm just guessing because the first 20 years everything is interest only, right?
Yeah.
So since we don't know, we just say, hey, it's 168, right? Is that a safe assumption to make, right? 15
Oh,
years.
okay. Yeah.
So my reserve price will be that number.
Okay. Just to be safe.
Yeah. You don't know until you get that sheriff's deed. And it could happen. Um, but there's two things right now why you won't bid on it because it's occupied, you know? So I want you to go through the process, put the spreadsheet, fill out the spreadsheet. Should you have any questions for me, then I can answer it. You can skip the ARV if you haven't gotten to it yet, and then just keep
I
going.
got I got a 285 average is what I was pulling up.
Okay.
Because one of them was 277, another one was 301, and then prop stream was 274. So it averaged at 285.
Okay.
So,
So Xome actually has on some of the properties own it now, and then you can bypass the bidding and
oh,
you just
really?
own it now. But this one doesn't have it. Okay. But
Oh, okay.
I bought one of my other properties like that. I was like, screw this bidding, just own it now. And it's still it was relatively close to what that reserve price was. It was actually 2,000 less than what the reserve price was when I
Oh,
bought it.
wow.
Yeah. That's the one I turned into a midterm rental right now, making a lot of money on. I mean, not a lot, but yeah.
That's awesome.
Um,
Okay.
only Xome has that own it now. Okay. I haven't seen it on Hubzu or auction.com.
Oh, okay. Auction. Should I fill out property details too?
Um, well, the property details. Which one?
Like these, like the
Yeah.
bat.
I mean,
Okay.
you should. You need to go through and put everything in
Okay.
because you won't remember any of this stuff.
Yeah, that's true. screen. And there's no bias print. I'm assuming first look over is today's date, right?
No. So what first look over means is,
When you actually see it,
no.
or you have someone.
It's for owner occupied only, okay? They will say, if this home just came on the market, they will allow nonprofit and owner occupies to buy it, and they give them a window of 30 days. So if this was a first look, it will tell you, and in the auction posting, it will give you the date it's over. So you can't bid as an investor right now until that first look is over.
I see.
The first date you saw this is all the way to the left, on next to who the auction is website. So you leave it blank because this has already been auctioned off for like whatever. I believe so. Wait, go back. I think this might be one of those first look. I'm not sure. Go back to the auction. Go back to Xome. You see that right there? Wait, let me see. Let's say first look.
Right here, first look program.
Yeah, you see that date right there? Offers will be accepted by all buyers after 9/27. So you put that date 9/27 in there.
I see.
This applies to all three auction houses too.
So I put it right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. There's a lot of things I don't know. I like learning. Date of foreclosure.
You'll have to go back to like the property detail. It was like 7/7/2020. Well, 7/7. That was a notice of trustee sale, I believe. So
Yeah.
that's just a pre-foreclosure date. It's a notice
Okay.
of sale. So here's how you understand notice of sale. NTS.
That's like a notice of default, basically, right?
No, because the notice of default is an NOD. This is an
Oh,
NTS. For those of you, if you're listening to me and you go after pre-foreclosures, when a bank files a notice of trustee sale, they can foreclose in 21 days after they file the notice of trustee sale. But that doesn't mean they have to do it after 21 days. They may file notice of trustee sale because, again, these are foreclosure laws. They have to file. But then 6 months later, they can actually have the sale. And you can postpone the notice, or you can postpone the trustee sale over and over and over, which is a lot of what homeowners do. They'll file for bankruptcy, they'll submit a purchase agreement, and it postpones the sale date. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
we have a trustee date of July 5th, and they can foreclose in 21 days, but they haven't done it yet. So at any moment now, there could be a recording for the actual sheriff's deed. Do you get what I'm saying? So those are the
Yeah, I get you.
timeline. Yeah, notice of default can't be recorded until 3 months that a mortgage payment hasn't been made. And then they can wait and then file the notice of trustee sale. So that's what it is right now. So
I get it.
they haven't foreclosed yet. So I guess you can't put the date.
Yeah, I
A
can't put that
notice,
yet.
yeah, it's actual not. I mean, you can put a column for NTS, notice of trustee sale filing, but so if I find this property on the internet somewhere and it has photos, I'll copy the link and put it in the website. So then I can go view photos of previously. That's where I have that website tab.
Yeah, I see that. That makes sense.
And you can say whatever, has it sheriff's deed not recorded yet? Whatever notes you want to put on that.
Right. All right, let me see. Notes.
So put the date, you first saw this. And the reason I'm having you do date first is because it helps you to know where the bank is in terms of how many auctions they have put on this platform, right? And when I deal with the auctioneer, these auctions go weekly. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
These auctions go on weekly, you know what I mean? So by this time, sometimes the auctioneer will go back to the bank or the seller and say, hello, you got to drop the price. It's been auctioned 100 times already and nobody's buying it. You got to reduce it and stuff like that. So when
Yeah.
but they don't tell you how long it's been there. Only you would know if you've been, if you kept a record, right? So there was one property I thought was sold and it was 6 months ago, and now I saw it show up again. So I was like, wait, this is not a new property. I saw this back in March. Guess what? I'm closing escrow on that property on Monday because I saw it
Oh,
went back up and
snap.
I bought it. It was a good property, and then someone bid on it. I'm like, shoot, I lost it. And then all of a sudden, that's why when you do a save search, don't always delete it because someone bid on it, because it may pop back up again for whatever reason. And I've seen it happen a lot of times where and then you can go in and see where it's at. So the ones that you save, you can see where it's at. It's in contracting, it's in closing. And then finally you get closed. So then you can go delete that one because it will never come back again. But if it hasn't, it have that status closed, it could very well possibly come back on the market again. That's why that date for scene is very important to you.
Yeah, to keep track.
Yep. And then you'll have a date of when the auction start, it ends. But again, if nobody bids for it, it just comes right back on again, and you'll have a new auction start date, auction end. But if you're wanting to bid on it, that's when you should put the dates in, because then you go, okay. And if nobody's bidding on it, don't worry, it'll come back up again.
Yeah. Okay.
So
All
put it in the
right.
starting bid, and you see, and this is why you have to know what the reserve, because the starting bid will always be a lot lower. Now, the ones that have an agent, I did buy one with an agent. I let him represent me. Then he let me get in the house. That one I didn't close for 4 months because I was just taking my time. I wanted all the utilities to be turned back on, so he turned it on for me, and it was just a pain in the ass, but it was okay. He was cool, and I was just like looking for money, private money lenders, while we were figuring that out. And finally, the bank goes, "You better close, or I'm going to keep your deposit." I'm like, "Okay, okay, no more extensions. I'll close," because then they said I would forfeit my deposit if they extended it one more time. They would sign it for me, but I would lose my deposit. So finally, I had to close after like the third or fourth extension.
Oh,
But that's what happens when you have an agent, a listing agent. You can actually get them to turn on utilities and stuff to check.
do you usually pay the listing agents their standard fee, or do you work
I
something out with them?
I don't pay them. They work for the bank.
Oh, okay, the REO agents.
Hmm.
I'll leave that. Okay, so I got most of my information down.
Well, you got to put county, the starting bid, everything. Fill out that whole thing if
Yeah.
you can. Is this in Indianapolis? No, no. Yeah, this is Indianapolis. That's
Yeah,
Marion County, Marion.
and then this starting bid is 113. Is this one on your watch list too?
Yep. I'll share something after you finish this.
Basement. Does this have a basement?
We don't know. We don't know. Not yet, at least. Homes in the Midwest usually have a basement, right? Because of the.
Yeah. Cash. And then for
I
cash,
always
what does this
say
mean?
I always say yes. Buyer premium, you say no. And if there's a buy premium, it's either 3% or 5%. They will say it on the auction. Okay, so buyer premium is a no. And if it becomes a yes, put 3% or 5%. And the percentage is based on what the final purchase price is.
Service lender.
It's on your property detail report. It will tell you who the lender is for the deal. So you got to go back on your property profile. Which bank foreclosed on them? Let's see here.
Is it Ace Mortgage Funding?
No, that's the original one. Go back up. Usually, if you would see if it's a sheriff's deed. So right now we don't know who it is, okay? Because
Okay.
it'll show when it's a sheriff's deed which bank it went back to. It could be the mortgage servicer, because a lot of them, the mortgage servicer handles this for the bank, the actual investor. Yeah. Okay, so I buy a lot from loan servicing. Is who I buy from. MTS Bank. You start to see. This is why the reason I keep this information is just to start to see, like get an idea of who's foreclosing and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So save this in your property profiles link so you don't have to go pull it again. But once you put it on this spreadsheet, you have that information. And that's why I have a folder called property detail report. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So now you kind of have an ARV idea, right? What the ARV is?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll share you my information. So I like this property. Guess what I did? I text my boots on the ground. I said, hey, is this property in a good neighborhood? And he's a contractor. He said, yeah, good neighborhood. He goes, okay, I'll go see it. I said, okay, go see it at night. I go, why? Because I want you to see if the lights are on. Okay, so he drove by at night and he goes, I think it's vacant. So he came back the next day. He was like, shit, I think somebody's here. I said, okay. I go, and he has contacts who are realtors. And then he said, ooh, my realtor said $380,000 to $400,000. I was like, are you kidding me? I said,
Jesus.
I said, okay. He goes, she said, Bill, if we rehab it, put half a bath, it will bring the value up. I said, okay, great. I'll just go with 350 for now. I'm going to go back and be conservative. So we saw that the bank is about 168. Was it? Was that this one?
Yeah, the reserve.
Okay, so now his realtor said 420. I'm like, whatever, that's way too far. I'll just do 350. Now we need to know what the condition is in the house. We don't know, but guess what? That's a lot of room to figure out, right? So it's occupied. So he asked me, well, what do we do? I said, well, here's my video for cash for keys. Go start talking to the neighbors and go start talking to the tenant and offer them cash for keys. However, we don't have a sheriff's deed yet, so it might be too early to do all this.
Yeah. Okay.
I told him go check it out because we never know. Maybe the occupants already moved out, and they possibly could move out shortly thereafter. And if they do, then we don't have to do cash for keys, and then we can go make a bid. That's the key, is knowing when the occupant has moved out or not. So this one will go on your spreadsheet, and you will just
watch
it.
It.
Keep an eye on it. Sometimes, here's what can happen sometimes. Sometimes, if you save this property, because you will get a notification when there is a property inspection report. Actually, that's on the auction.com one. They will notify you sometime, oh, property is now vacant because they went and did their inspection, not the property preservation. So the people, the bank hires to go and check the property. Okay. So you will get a notification when you save this property if anything changes later on. So save it where the heart is.
Yeah, I saved it already.
Okay.
Yeah, I saved it.
So weird, it hasn't updated on the left side. Okay, so that's it. So I don't know if you want, let's go to auction.com. Oh, wait. Close this and I'll show you something. close that and go to that blue house.
Blue. This.
Bottom left. No, in the picture. Bottom left.
Uh,
Blue. Scroll
oh,
down.
this one.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. This was such a weird fluke. Go look at the photos. I want to share something. This was
Oh, what the heck?
completely remodeled. It was
What?
so beautiful.
I wasn't expecting that.
Okay, so I was eyeballing this and I found the photos on the internet. I was like, holy crap, it's so nice, right? So my guy went out there, looked at it. He was able to get in. He took the photos. We have everything inside. And then at the time, the buy it now price was $271. Okay. We got in, then I contacted the auctioneer, and then they said, oh, they gained access to the property because the tenant had moved out. I asked my guy said, it won't be, oh shit. He said that, oh, this property isn't worth no more than 320, 345. I said, are you sure? And he goes, yeah, I asked two different realtors. They said 345. So I was like, oh, never mind. We're not going to buy for 271. There's no meat on the bone for this one, right? And then I was, it's not big enough. There's no garage because they converted one. No, they didn't convert. There's a 2-car garage and it's only 2-bedroom. It's not good for like a midterm rental or anything like that, right? But it was just really nice. I just really liked it. And then, so I didn't do anything with it. And then the bank goes, okay, we're going to go look at it. If you want to buy it today, you can get it for 271. But because I was able to call and talk to the auctioneer. So they were able to get in, take photos, and then they came back out and they said this property was worth 361 if you want to buy it. I'm like, you are shitting me, because they had it for 271. I didn't even want to buy it because the value is 345. Now they put it for 361. This is going to sit here for I don't know how long. I just wanted to share that because I already went in, took photos. It needs another $60,000 of rehab work, even though you don't see it, like the roof. So the contractor said the guy didn't know how to paint. They didn't do this and that. It was the flooring was cracked or something. So that's why I opted not to buy it. It was just so sad because I was like, oh, it's been completely remodeled, right? But now, and they're crazy. I don't even know how they did a BPO or something. This guy wants it more than what's worth. So I don't know.
So are you having contractors walk the property too, or how are you getting your estimates?
Yeah, that guy just happens to be a contractor. He
man.
builds and flips houses and everything like that. And he lives in the area. He is a contractor for one of the other investor I met who partners with him. And I met that investor through the sub two, who's my co-host, property manager. See, so it just goes around in circles. So I found another gal who's an investor in San Francisco, and this contractor is her guy, and he lives in Indianapolis. My contractor, that is my co-host, he lives in Southern Indiana. He's trying to move up to Indianapolis. So, it's a 2.5-hour drive. So I've got different people.
Oh, wow.
But there's different things going on. Like in Indianapolis, I got a group, and then Southern Indiana, I have a guy. So go to auction.com now. I don't know if you want to go further. It's now 12:30. This has been 2 hours. You have it up. Auction.com works slightly different. So let's do the same thing. Let's put the state of Indiana. So I'm in Alabama, Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana. So I save all these different searches. It's a lot of work. That's why I told you each auction house, you got to go through all those. That's it. Online only.
Okay.
Go asset type. Did you do that?
Asset type. REO.
Yeah. And then more filter. Go to more filter. You want 3 bedrooms. Oh, that's not it. No buyer's premium. Check on no buyer's premium.
Where is it? No buyer's premium.
right there.
But there's still a lot.
Okay, so Indiana. So if you look to the right, you can kind of see where the map. And if you go over those dots, it kind of gives you where the address is, right?
Oh yeah, I see it.
I'm not
What
sure
does
whether it's
FCL predict?
uncheck foreclosure sale. You don't want a foreclosure sale. That's like pre-foreclosure. You just want REO bank owned.
Oh, okay.
Okay, reset. So we're only looking around Indianapolis and Southern Indiana. I don't have people in any of the other spots, so you can do it via map or just scroll down and look for the cities. Okay,
So photos. Overgrown. Ooh. This one looks nice.
email you the property detail.
Pretty damn.
Oh, look on PropStream. See if you can find it on PropStream.
Okay. I see. I'm seeing 225 for sheriff's deed.
225 for sheriff's deed.
Yeah. For the reserve price.
Okay. I just sent you the property detail. Open that up too because I pulled it a while back. I need to see something. There was something for $95,000, and I
Okay.
don't know if that's included in that amount. And so you're like me. This is how I get. Oh, it's a nice property. It's been rehab. Okay. Guess when I pulled this? I pulled this on August the 3rd. Okay. It's now September 19th.
Yeah, I
So
see
is
that.
there a sheriff's deed now?
For this one, no. Oh yeah, yeah. There is a sheriff's deed now.
Okay. Okay. So here's why I was unsure of this property because line item number 5
Line item number
on
5,
on the
personal representative's deed.
I didn't know what that was, and I didn't know what 98,000 was. Okay. So sometimes when you look at this, it could be there's a seller, there's a release of mortgage, whatever, because the person that sold, yeah, Angela Scarborough, I don't know who that is, and I didn't know what the hell that 98,000 was, so I had to wait for the sheriff's deed. So now we know, and then there's a standalone first. You see that? It says line item number 3.
Yeah, I see that
I
one.
was like, what the hell is 39,000? So I don't know, but usually in a foreclosure, the first lien holder gets their money, right? And if you have second, third, fourth lien, they get wiped out.
Yeah.
So now we're back to 225 is sheriff's deed. So that conventional loan is 222,495. So now I know why that's 225. Let me open my spreadsheet because you figure out what the ARV is and I'm looking at mine, okay?
Okay.
I already had someone go out there and look at that and take photos too, by the way. So I know.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't know if it was worth that 95,000 additional. So let me see what I got it for. Ooh, okay, 225. Yes. So what I did was I added that money. I had my reserve price as 270.
Oh, okay.
So now you're telling me it's 225.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go back and look at that prop stream because when did it record?
It looks like the recording date was 08/06, so
No, no,
literally
no,
3 days
no.
after you pulled it.
08, 06? Oh,
Yeah, 2024. So
okay.
August 6th, 2024. So 3
Okay.
days after you pulled it the first time.
Okay. Okay. So my ARV is 350.
350.
And it's so dumb. See, okay, so here's what happened to my Excel, only for the state of Indiana. The date for some reason has now become a number, even though it says date, it's like 455, and I can't fix it. And I'm so mad. Okay, so whatever, I can't have a date. I'm gonna have to go fix my spreadsheet. There's something funky with this formula. It says date, but then it like took the 8 slash whatever, it's dividing it, and it gives me a 5-digit number, and I cannot convert it back to a date for the life of me. Only for the tab Indiana, if that makes sense. God. Okay, sheriff's deed. Sheriff's deed is 86. I'm gonna have to fix this right now. So 86 or 88? 88? Oh, 86 is when the sheriff's deed, right? Okay.
You said you're getting 350 on ARV?
Well, remember that contractor and his friends?
Yeah.
Told me
Yeah.
350. Because your preliminary check is just for you, preliminary. We
Mm,
still have to get someone else that lives there to comp it for us,
yeah.
a realtor who gets access to MLS. You and me just doing it on the internet just piques our interest. Then we have to verify and give it to somebody else afterwards. So if I think there's some because I've given some people some things I thought was really high and it was low, and then I'll be like, never mind, I'll put it at the bottom. Until the reserve price gets lower, you can put it in your nose. Like you have a bottom one that says, okay, no go. Like I found a few, and then my guy go, oh, high crime area. I'm like, okay, never mind. So it just becomes a no. And I've looked at it and I put it at the bottom of the spreadsheet. I'll have like no go, whatever you want to do.
I
That.
get you.
So we have to start somewhere. There's like a baseline to start, and then your boots on the ground will say yes or no. Like I found one with great. I mean, I guess I could. There's a great one. Maybe we can do a flip. What the hell we didn't do that? Let me think about that. Well, still, if it's a bad neighborhood, sometimes it's hard to flip, right? It doesn't matter. A bad neighborhood is a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
Whether you hold it or not. So does someone else want to live there? Okay, so I'm going to close this. I want you to go back to auction.com and I want to show you something. Open up the auction.com. The
Okay.
Carrollton. Open up the Carrollton.
This one.
Yeah. Keep scrolling down. Right now it said vacant. Scroll down. Further. Okay, right here. Stop. Go back up. This number 1, review property information. Sometimes there's only one report and it says property information report. And if you save this, if you favorite it, okay,
Save for updates.
yeah, they will notify you. Okay, you've got, I do via email.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing it by my phone number. Great. Now I gotta
Okay,
do
figure that
this.
one out. I get in, but go up to your name where it says welcome Bryan.
Notifications.
Yeah, it
Saved
will
asset.
notifications. You see here, it'll tell you what to do. And then if there's a new inspection report, they'll say, hey, here's a new inspection report. And sometimes this is very helpful
Oh,
because it was occupied at one point and now it's become vacant. But maybe they don't tell you, but you still need to open up that inspection report to read it because, okay, open it up so you can see what I'm talking about. Open up that second inspection report and you'll see what they put on there.
this one?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
This is different. Something there's photos. So scroll down. And you'll read, and this guy will say, oh, it is vacant. I was able to get in because they're the one who usually put the key in the lock and they're able to take photos. I already
So
have this.
nice.
I already have these photos because my guy got in. Okay, this is I'm telling you, sometimes it says occupied and the people have left, but the bank hasn't gotten out there yet to put a key. You can get in and take photos.
Wow, this is nice. Oh, basements are so scary.
So, like everything, you put it on your spreadsheet, you forget about it, and then later it becomes available. You go back and you work on other stuff, right? And you come back. So now that we're just doing this, I didn't know that it's 225. I totally forget. And that's why I make you do that stupid spreadsheet because you cannot remember anything what that's
Oh
going on.
yeah.
Okay, so then you can read this, and then they put through their, what's going on stuff, and it is purchased as is. You cannot they don't turn on the electricity or utilities for you, so you will be buying as is. But if it's 350, so this is how I calculate backwards. If this is worth 350, I need 70% to do my loan, so that's 245. Oh, I still got 20,000 to play with. You know what I'm saying? So then that means if I buy for 225, I'm going to keep that 20 grand to cover for closing costs and all that, and just a room in case it's not 350 and it's 330, but I'm still at a 70%. I bought this property at 70%. 70 cents on the dollar. That's kind of how I look at it. So now you can get a loan, a DSCR. Maybe we flip this, or whatever you figure out your exit strategy is. Then you talk to the people over there. Hey, Indianapolis has a shortage of housing, so you could do affordable rent per room. Because this is where I go in, and my guy was saying the workers have no place to live, and they'll pay $600 to $1,000 per room.
Oh
But
wow.
this says only two, so I don't know. That's why we have to there's some that you just have to flip, period, and get some more capital. Okay, so I just wanted to point out that only auction.com has this. Hubzu is another one. If you want to go through that, we can too. But I haven't bought on Hubzu yet. But Hubzu just gives you drone pictures. Just a pain in the ass. All they do is drone pictures.
Ah,
But works the same way. Until I buy one that I can, discuss it more. This is just the first time I've worked with auction.com. I bought 4 through Xome so far. Then I get to know who their escrow company that they use, title, and I'll become friends. Then I'll email them like, hey, can you give me a loan number for this? Do you have a loan number for this? And they're like, oh yeah, it's this. And I'll take that 4-digit. If there's a combo lock on the door, that's the code to get in.
that's
Okay.
awesome. That's pretty cool.
So you were initially doing the work right up front is researching. Okay, so I told you this is so time consuming, and then once you find the good one, you send it to your guy to drive by and take photos because you need to get in, open every damn door, try to get in to take photos. you know, so not photos. Well, take photos and to give you what the repair cost is, right? And then you add that all back in. Is this property worth it to buy it? And a lot of them is just cross your fingers and hope you did a good job. So far, I haven't failed yet.
Hey,
Don't rely on their stupid resale value estimate. Sometimes really high, sometimes low. Um, I want to keep every property, I really do, but you know, you do have to flip some to get more capital to go buy some more, you know, and um, rely on your people out there to tell you. So he told me this was a okay area, you know, so I have my eye on this one. Um, you know, if you want to jump on board, we can go after this one.
yeah, let's do one more. I wanna really,
This, you want to go to Hubzu? Are you
yeah, go
signed
to
up in
Hubzu.
Hubzu? Okay.
I don't think I am.
Mm.
Oh wait, maybe I am. Oh, I can do continue with Google. It's easier. All right, so we're gonna do. We're just doing a bank owned, right?
Yeah, everything is all bank owned.
Bank owned.
Just leave that. Okay, so wait, go to property status and click on active only. You know, find the 3-bed, go special asset type. Did you click that yet?
Uh, yes. Oh
No.
no.
Okay, no, it doesn't matter. That actually doesn't matter.
Oh,
Are
this
you
one.
in Indiana? Where are you
Yeah.
at? Oh, okay.
Uh, somewhere in Indiana. Where's this at?
And we forgot to save earlier, but anyway, so you don't have to keep doing these each time. You know what I mean? You can just go back in and click for the most recent one. Um, there's that one in Birmingham. I selected that, but I didn't do anything because it's just too expensive.
Oh, okay. So
You
not this
know,
one.
this is why I laugh sometimes. I see these new sub two students. Oh yeah, I got a 500 something thousand. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Who's got money? Because 10% is still a big number. So I still get scared. I'm like 243,000. I go, that's a lot of money. I'm still like not even past 150 yet for a total price.
This house looks familiar for some reason. I think this might have been a sub two at one point.
So
Or
this is
someone
a
was trying.
this is a flip because it's only 3 bedroom and it's, you know, I can't.
Yeah.
I need 4 or 5. I need 5 at least, you know, with something this big. So
Yeah.
we can keep as a midterm or something. You know, that's always my extra strategy to try to get. Can go back out. I saved this. I don't know why, but I just saved it for future.
Well, where's the other? You said South Indiana?
Evansville, Newburgh, Mount Vernon, because you're in the whole state of Indiana right now, right? And that's all they have.
Yeah.
All right, go into Detroit, Michigan. I've got boots on the ground over there. The sub 2 leader over there is Gabby. She's my partner as well. Pontiac, we're able to get a 1,600 rent for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So I found a few. I can't see. Can you scroll?
I think your mic might have cut. There we go.
I hear you now.
Okay. It's like they're listed. Does that mean there's a buyer's premium?
Oh, you know what? This is stupid. It makes you have to redo the whole thing again.
Oh, what the?
Yeah, you got to save it. That's why I said the first time you do this, you need to save it so you can just go back under your save searches and open it up. Every time you switch different cities, you have to do this again. I don't even know what signature sell at auction is. I haven't even dealt with that yet.
It's only 2.
Maybe click signatures. Okay, that Wayburn. I want you. I've already gone and looked at that property in Detroit. So you see, that thing that says CWCOT. When you click on it, it'll explain to you. It is a second chance, but it's called something else. I can never remember the. It'll tell you to scroll down what that stands for. There it is.
Oh, I see.
By the way, this house is vacant. Okay, so that's how I know we've already gone out there, but it says occupied here. The reason we're not moving forward with this is the bank wants $91,000 and it's worth like 140. But it's a nice newer home. Guess when it was built? Like in 2000.
Really?
And you look, we can't get in. There was a combo lock, but we couldn't get in. I told her to get creative, but I don't know. She's not getting creative enough. Squatters use bump keys to get into my listing. So I said, hey, let's go find a bump key, which pushes it in and they can get in unless you have a deadbolt that is specifically made for no bump key.
Buyer's agent. Oh, $500. So you said this one was reserve was 91? Oh, it's right here, 99.
Okay, they told you. Yeah, they told you what it is.
Let's see. Auction ends in 3 minutes.
4 days, 3 minutes.
Oh, 4 days in 4 days. I was like, what? I'm not really a fan of this one.
They like it. My boots on the ground. I can get $1,600 for this one for rent.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Not good enough for me because I want more. So I said, when you see this many, you see what I'm saying? You take your pick and pick the best.
I get you.
It's worth 140. Let's see here, 140. If that, okay, because I have access to MLS in Michigan because my other partner's out there. He has MLS. At 70%. Oh, okay. At 70%, it's $98,000. But if I put 10% down, see, I have to rehab everything, right? I have to probably put another 20 grand, then you add it back on, so it's not enough.
Getting all these low ARVs. Oh, current list price. Never mind. Oh.
Yeah, it's Detroit is iffy, and definitely, like there's a duplex right now we're looking at out in Detroit in a really good neighborhood. She got in it. Okay, you laugh. On Sunday last week, there was a combo lock, and when we went on the MLS, there was a listing, and the agent put put the code on it. So I gave her the code. She was able to get in to look at it, and then she came back yesterday with a contractor. That combo lock was gone. And I
Oh my
said,
God.
I go, I don't know who took it. I don't know why, whatever. I go, maybe that was the previous agent. I go, is there her sign still up? She was like, yeah, her signs are still there. I'm like, well, who the hell? Because I told her, take the key, don't let anybody in. She's like, no. And then now we came back, somebody else took it and she can't get back in. I said, well, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but at least you took videos and
Oh
photos of
my
it. It's
God.
pretty funny. So it was a duplex. They want 65,000 for it. Okay. And we can rent 1,200. It was only a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. There's an empty lot next door. She's like, oh, maybe we can buy this one. I go, I don't know, go find out. But it's worth about 140, 150, but it needs about $35,000 worth of rehab. So it's 65. Let's see if that one works. It's a duplex. You get double the money. So let's see.
Yeah.
No, it's 68, 500 plus 35,000. Which 103. Yeah, see, that's even higher than this one. And I don't know, whatever. I don't want to, when I have to make a hard choice like that, I just go to something else that's easier to decide. So you see, there's a lot for you to look at. You have all day long, sit here, play with it, put it on the list. I will share with you my list, and so you don't have to we don't double up on something, but you know. And if you want to go to Oklahoma City, if you've got your crew over there or whatever, be my guest. You just
Yeah.
you have to go find your crew.
Build a team.
But
Okay.
I mean, don't. But at the okay, Alabama, that's another state. Okay, so I want to buy in Huntsville, Birmingham, and the Gulf Coast. That's
Mm.
the other area. So those are the 4 states I'm in right now. I have people in Arkansas. That's like the next state, and Missouri. Those states. But yeah, I don't know if you know a lady. She always, oh, I'm in Tennessee and then stuff. And then I sit there, I go, yeah, but home price still too expensive. It's like you do your
Yeah,
ratio,
Tennessee's crazy.
you do your ratio. Your rent is high, but you still get to buy. My rent is 1,600. I can still buy $60,000. I mean, I got lucky with that Detroit one. I don't know why they get sold it for 60. That one was a fluke because you know why the FHA loan, the previous buyer bought it for 145,000. I do not know
Oh,
why they let it go for 60,000. That one was my first deal. We effed up so much on that because our rehab from 20 turned to 40. I still made money on that deal because I had so much room to mess up. It didn't kill me. We tried to sell it and then we were going to break even. I said, I don't buy properties to break even. So we bought out one of our partners because there's 3 of us and then became 2. Then we refinanced. I pulled all the money out that we spent. And now we still cash flow about 400 a month on it after messing up that big and spending 20,000 more than we should have because the contractor we hired, it was our partners, somebody he knew, and that guy sublet everything. You know what I mean? And it took like 4 to 5 months to rehab. It was so messed up. Everybody else would lose money. I didn't lose money because I bought it for 60 grand. And it
dang.
appraised for 146. And that was
Jeez.
messed up too. It should have been higher, but they
How
gave me
long do your projects usually last?
the fastest one was 59 days. Bought, rehab, and sold to an end buyer was 59 days. So mine is no more. I don't want to go further than 120 days. But because we're buying, they're clean. They can finish it in like a couple weeks. All right. I
Yeah.
told you my Evansville one, it did take a while, meaning it took like probably a month and a half. And then once it got done rehabbing the co-host, okay, so I closed in like July on the refi. He had someone in there. He barely finished and got someone in there, and I didn't even make my first mortgage payment yet. Like he's so damn fast. Like I got people in, and I haven't even made the first mortgage payment yet when I do my DSCR. So again, I'm flipping, and then I'm also buying and holding. So I don't want longer than 120. I always ask for 120 days for my PMLs, right? But if I
Yeah.
close, but that's the, so you go conservative. You never try to promise something faster. You go longer and then close sooner.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But if I'm in a new territory, I go back on sub two. I say, who's here? Go look, do boots on the ground for me. I pay you $100 or I make them a partner and I'll do a 60-40 and get them vested interest. So I usually get a realtor and then they've got their contractors that they know. So the one in Birmingham, Alabama, I'm working with another sub two student. I did the 60-40 because I'm coming with the cash. I'm buying it. I found the property. He has to handle all the contractors on the ground over there for me. And so far it's been good. I haven't closed the deal with him yet. His name is Alex Moore, but his wife is a realtor, so we'll save on the commission part because since I made him a partner, we're just going to pay what she has to pay, right? I'll still pay commission to any selling agent, but as the listing, we'll only pay a small fee. And then he's got to have
Okay.
his contractors ready for me. That's the idea.
So
And I
that's
just,
a 60-40 partnership?
yeah. I mean, my husband was like, why are you paying these people? He doesn't understand the time. I'm not flying over there. I'm not looking for anybody. It's just got to get people with skin in the game. So now
Yeah.
he's more, he's going to make sure he can get the best possible, amount. We do need to fix the roof. We have to fix, it's not that great, but it's not terrible. That was, yeah. So I did 60-40.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do 60-40 now when I bring in my cash investor because they have no clue. I do all the damn work. I'm not doing 50-50 anymore because I still bring in money. But now I showed someone else how to do this. I showed him how to get the credit card. He's still gonna get all his money out. I'm still doing 60-40. I no longer am doing 50-50 because this takes so much time,
Oh yeah. A
There's no
lot goes into it.
there's no deserving of 50-50 because even though he's bringing in the money right now to close, because of the strategy I'm doing, we're pulling all our money back out when we refinance. So guess what? He gets all his money back out too. So he and I are no money in the property. But then I have to
Yeah.
sit here and manage it. So why should he get 50 while I do all the work?
Yeah.
Right? Money is not everything. And I don't know, some of these people think, okay, no, not, it's the connection. And now I'm making it because I've done it so many times, it's become a little bit easier, for me. And
Yeah.
so I think he's got a good deal. He's going to be a partner with me, and he's going to be getting monthly cash flow from nothing.
Yeah. Exactly. Infinite return.
Yep. That's why I don't want to start either. Hey, shut up. Okay, so hopefully that helps. I'll send you the
Oh no, it did.
spreadsheet of the ones I'm looking for, and I'll give you the cities. But this is why I said, okay, I need an assistant. I literally do. I'm actually getting another REO here in Las Vegas in the Southwest area, and I don't even want to do that. I'm like so tired. I got two. I got one. Do you have anyone? I have a flip. I shouldn't say it. It's so bad. It needs complete remodel, but it was worth about 600,000. It's by Flamingo and Durango. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't buy it. I gotta go outside. I want to find someone, but I want a part of the action on the flip. Okay. So last time I sold one of these because I was a listing agent. I think Ben and Adam Lambert, whatever. They
Yeah, I do.
wanted to buy it, and then they didn't inform me. They were wholesaling it. I was so pissed when I found out. I was like, we were supposed to have a joint venture agreement, and then I'm gonna stop recording now. Hold on, because I'm talking shit.